Hello, welcome to my crafting channel. This is Paula. I'm here today to speak about our beautiful scrapbooking workshop kits. Now I'm very excited for this one because I have been holding out. I've got so many photos that are going to work with this scrapbooking kit that we're looking at today. It's called Weekend Adventures and it's all about those fun times outdoors that you spend in the weekend. Maybe going out for a picnic, going exploring a new city. It might be going for a lovely hike. There's so many options that this paper is going to work really well for, not to mention those men in your life when you've got photos of them that you want to document. Now in our annual catalogue we have a section that has got some of these workshop kits from page 13 onwards. There is a whole lot of them in here, but the Weekend Adventures is one that I have been eyeing up since the very start. I've already played around with the celebratory sips called Celebrate Together one, but this one here is the one that I have got photos waiting and ready to go. So I'm going to show you how you put these kits together and how simple it is and what a stunning result you get from doing just that. Now the kits themselves, they come in a package, a Ziploc bag, which is very handy for storing everything in. You do get an instruction sheet. Now this shows you how to create the 3 double pages that they have got in the instructions, with all very clear cutting guides and then very clear layout guides as to what goes where, and then measurements of how far in you put things, little tips and techniques written on the side. So they're very easy to follow. Of course you do not need to follow all of these layouts. You might particularly like this layout but want to do your own thing. You'll have all the rest of the supplies to play with. There's always actually a few supplies at the end as well that you might be able to create something of your own with. Now in these kits we get some of the featured paper pack. So there is, in this case, we've got this very neat tartan with a black and white stripe on the back. We have got a fun looking outdoor scene, just lots of different trees on one side, and these are like little acorns or what little nuts that fall from the trees on the back, but very soft and subtle. And then we've got this lovely blue splatter, which works for almost any kind of theme, and this is a real favorite. It's got the compass on it, it's got the walking tracks, it's even got like little bear tracks, it's got the mug, actually I have it the right way around, it's got the mug also here, which is obviously if you're going camping you might have some of outdoor drinks by a fire. So you can see there's a whole variety of papers in here. As a scrapbooking kit we get some exclusive papers too. So we have got this lovely wood grain, and there's 2 of those sheets, so we can do a double pager with those if we wish to, always very handy. And we've got this other lovely wood grain, which again has got 2 pages worth in this kit. We do have a whole lot of exclusive punch outs, so these are specifically designed for the 3 double layouts. On the back you can see which project they relate to, so as you punch them out you can pop them into the right piles. That one that I just punched out there is from project 2. We've got a second sheet of all of those, once again with all the projects labelled on the back. And then we have got some cardstock which matches in, and the other fun part, there's quite a few colours in there actually, lots of different options there for us to work with. And we've also got a sticker sheet, and these are lovely sturdy cardstock weight style stickers, which again add a little bit more design and flair to your embellishments. And then the last thing that's always included in these packs is a set of the photo mats. So you can either use these to pop your photos on with a little white border, or you can use these to be a placeholder for a photo until you're ready to complete the layout. I also find this very useful as well. This is the little piece of card that's included in all our paper packs, and it tells us what colours from Stampin' Up! Work with this kit. So it's a really useful little guide to keep in with your pack so that you can draw on the right ink colours or cardstock colours if you want to add in to this set. So that's what the whole kit looks like. I'm going to go away now, cut up based on those instructions our first layout, and then we will start creating together. So the cutting in these kits are very basic and easy. We're just going to do a couple of full length strips. I'm just taking a little off the edges of these. These 2 panels are going to be the central points on the 2 different pages. Now the back side of this paper has got this lovely black and white stripe, and we're just going to use that as a little accent to the edge of the pages. Now of course we have got a slightly more cream offset to this kit, and I'm just making now some of photo mats to make that lovely cream colour come come through. So I'm doing photo mats just 1/4 of an inch bigger than my photos so that we've got a lovely border around them. Now to lay them out, I can see on the instructions just how far in and down I need to place my first piece. I'm going to add my little accent piece to the left, and you can see straight away we've just got a really nice base to ground from. Having a wood grain background is always a good trick because it just works with so many themes, and it's just got a little bit of interest without adding too much pattern or detail. Now my photos on my left hand side, I am changing the orientation to that supplied in the kit, so I'm just making up my own little way of positioning them. I've also got an extra couple of photos, so I'm going to use a flip flap, which is like a little added bonus protector to add those 2 extra photos in. Now I go through and dry place all of my bits and pieces before adhering anything, and because of that I often take the stick off my stickers, only those that are larger really that are going to cause a problem, and I just use an anti-static pouch, little pillow that we often use for heat embossing. That's my little go-to trick for getting rid of the stick on the back of the stickers. So you can see I'm just making these 2 little clusters on the left hand side work with the orientation of my photos. I think that actually looks really great. I do have to trim down this little piece because it is a little bit longer on a landscape photo than what I have got here, and I'm just adding all these little extra stickers for little subtitles all over the place, which add that pop of color and a little bit of interest to the layout. For the right hand side, I'm going to come in and add in some of the same sorts of bits and pieces. I do have to be a little bit cautious where my flip flap is because obviously I want that full title to show at all times, and then we just layer up again lots of stickers and strips. Now these photos are actually of my daughter who did a year 12 at school field trip, and they went to Tongariro Crossing. This is an amazing place on the North Island of New Zealand that you get to do about a 7 or 8 hour hike for the full day across, up and over a volcano. Really fun because you get to see all the different types of materials on the ground. You get to obviously have the achievement of climbing up and over, and it really is quite a popular walk for foreigners and locals alike. So this was a really fun little outing for her. I'm adding in a bit of twine for a bit of an accent, and then here is the finished product. I've stuck it all down. I'm really pleased with the finished look, and I didn't have to change anything from the layout aside from the orientation of my photos. This is how easy it is to use our scrapbooking workshop kits.